A message to Arab Americans. In one sentence, what makes our community great? Family, hospitality, hard work, and business. Facts, we do have that, but also we have something else that nobody likes to talk about out loud. What defines Arabs' true tactics in life now is survival instead of pain. And please don't let this beer fool you. I'm no sheikh. I'm just a flawed person that's trying to clean up my pride, my malice, my hatred, my gossip, my lust, hypocrisy, slander, backbiting, and resentment. And I'm not speaking from a throne, I'm speaking from a mirror. My goal is not to bring Arab nationalism back or save it. Please, that train is long gone. It was a God given gift to the Arabs, a blessing, and they fumbled it. I'll stick to being a Muslim first and a Yemeni second. I might even denounce myself that burden of being called an Arab. I see you behind that screen looking down at me. If nationalism really means something, grab a pen and paper and write 10 things that Arabs have done in the last 100 years. While you're doing that, I'll check back with you, Habibi. This mentality is unsavable, honestly. It pretty much needs like a reset button. And the only people that could really save it or start something new is the next generation. But honestly, where do I sit? I am happy to be the broken one in between the toxic and the new. The final chapter, the weakest result of a broken culture. Whatever generation is left from the Arabs or the previous toxic ideology, do your best to answer God when He asks you, where were you? Why? Although God is mercy, don't forget that God is justice, and you can't fool Him. I think we became a burden to our faith. We've become something that's so broken under false claim of nationalism, all that Arabic pride that you see displayed. You know what I'm talking about. What is Arab nationalism today? If you would have to put it on a hat, you know, make Arabs Sisi again. No, not really. Literally, make Arabs Sisi again. You there, the Arab that I said to write down 10 things. What did you come up with? What are the 10 things? Be honest to yourself. Not vibes, not speeches, not systems, not institutions. And no, halal food and Dubai chocolate does not count, unfortunately for you. You want to know what we lead the world in right now? Right now, we lead the world in courage in group chats, negotiating discounts, gossip disguised as concern, and you worship comfort. And yeah, I would say also, it's a lot many things, but this one is known. You're only brave amongst yourselves, amongst your same kind and same group. If you would introduce woke culture to the Arabs, don't even bother because they like sleeping. Or, in other words, wake me up when everything is done, or wake me up when it's time to break my fast. When that Iraqi reporter threw his flip flops at George Bush, the Arab praised it as if it was a victory. Something, yeah, he threw shoes. He got what he deserved. Was it really a victory? I don't know. A million Iraqis later, was it really a victory? That bite was enough for you? Wow. You remember the Arab Spring, right? Yeah, that spring that was supposed to take you to space. It sprung so high and it knocked you right back down. You know what? Let me actually help clarify it in like a Netflix season kind of format. Season 1, Rising, Freedom, New Era. Season 2, Chaos. And Season 3, the same people, but with different clothes. Good for you, Arab. Good for you. And before anybody gets emotional, let's be fair. The courage was real if you weren't bored. The pain was real if you were there. And the fight for dignity would have been successful and if there was a follow through, a support system. I believe in the next generation. And here's the part that we keep dodging or we keep getting stuck in. That we confuse taking out the old and building the new. You can overthrow a man in a palace overnight, but to build a nation, you can't take a nap the following day. When you replace a regime with an institution, you create a vacuum. And that vacuum gets filled by not very good people. It gets filled by actors, puppets, money worshippers, and people would smile on your face. Meanwhile, they have a different agenda. And a lot of times it wasn't a revolution. It was a change in seat. Same movie, new actors. You were just excited that you had a chance to sit down and watch a new movie. What made Arabs fail as a nation? Is excitement. And that's the whole point. Pride, nationalism, without a structure is a setup. If you really want change, you don't just rise. You support, you build, you show up, and you believe in the next generation. If you fail the task, leave it for the next. Give them an opportunity at least to make their mistakes and learn from it. Or showcase these mistakes to the next generation to correct it. I'm from Yemen. And when I look through history, I don't really see a time where we really prospered or did well. Times when we had Bilqis, Sabat, and Queen Sheba. Those were the only times. Those were the only times we were mentioned in books and changed history. Arab nationalism, huh? I don't know what happened recently, honestly. The last few generations of Arabs, I don't really know what caused it or where things went wrong. But those who were blessed with Islam during that time made something out of it. But I don't know, us, I feel like God blessed us by giving us Islam. And we tossed it away and got homesick of the Jahiliyyah ways. Truly sad. I would say just do me a favor. Every time or any time things are not working for your favor, or just don't do it at all. Stop using our perfect God and perfect faith to justify the actions of your decorative sword of nationalism. If you look at that sword, actually, take a look and read the inscriptions on the side of it. Do you want to know what it says? Silence and cowardice. And that's what you are. I extend my hand. So come join me. And I promise you a shawarma coupon or a coupon to get you some Dubai chocolate. I'm kidding. I would never reach out. I would never reach out my hands to souls and hearts that are cured. Cement and sand, no pun intended. My hands will be extended to the ones who really taste pain, the ones who understand what pain is, the ones that reflect from experience. I extended to the next generation and the unborn that will hold the name of God and the name of his beloved prophet. Peace be upon him. And I pray that I stick to this conviction. And I ask God if I would ever change, or my heart changes, or if I fall into the deceiving good, money, wealth, and power. I would ask God to take away my life before it happens. Let me tell you a story, a beautiful forgotten story of this man and his brother. The older brother got a message from God telling him that it's time for his younger brother to pass on, that he would take away his soul. So he commanded him to go to a mountain. So he took his brother and they went to the mountain. And when they got to the mountain, they came to this beautiful scenery of trees and a house. In this house, they entered that house. No one was there. And there was a beautiful bed. So the little brother said, it would be amazing if I would go lay down and sleep. The older brother tells him, go ahead, lay down. He's like, no, I wouldn't, Whoever owns the house would come back and be upset. He's like, fear not, just do it. The older brother knew that, God was going to take away his soul. So he wanted to give him that last, a farewell, a good farewell. So the older brothers told him, like, no, don't worry. I will take care of it. I'll handle the situation if it happens. Having mercy for his brother, and he knew those were his last moments. So he told him, just go ahead. So the little brother refused. He's like, you know what? I'll come to a conclusion. How about we both lay down? So just in case he does come, we share the conflict or the issue, and we will argue with him together to share conflict with his brother. So he won't be alone there fighting with the guy. The older brother is giving his younger brother his last moments, and the little brother is worried about him dealing with the situation by himself. As the brothers lay down, death came to the little brother, and he told his brother, close my eyes after I die. And he continued to pass it on. So that older brother left the house, and the trees disappeared, and the house disappeared, and the bed rose up. When this man arrived back to his village, they accused him of killing his brother. They said that he was jealous of him because they loved him more than they loved the older brother. In this story, where would you place yourself? Were you the older brother that was compassionate to his younger brother, or the younger brother that loved his older brother? Which one are you in the story? Or were you the tribe that the older brother came back to? And to unveil the characters in the story. The older brother was Moses, peace be upon him, and his brother Harun, or Aaron. peace be upon him as well, and the people or the tribe that he came back to were the Israelites or the Ben Israel. Although they knew he was a prophet and he would not do such a thing to his brother, they still accused him. They still belittled him. They still did a lot of things to harm him. Where would you be placed in the story? I feel like you're the tribe. What do you think? What have we become? When have we, or when did we forsake ourselves, honestly? For those who are not Arab and are watching the video, I'm not here to degrade my people. I'm just here to hold them accountable. This video will have subtitles in Arabic. I was an Arab Gaza, until Gaza opened my eyes. And I will no longer hold that title anymore of being an Arab. A lot changed inside of me. And I thank God for the blessing and the conviction that I came to. Although it hurts so much, it makes me feel that I'm human, that I do have a heart, and that it's not numb. I truly changed. I thank the people of Gaza. I thank the soul of our soul, Reem, and her grandfather, Khalid. I thank Aaron Bushnell. I thank Hind Rajab. I thank the brave journal. I thank the brave journalists. I thank every voice that stood up for my brethren. I thank Norman Finkelstein. I thank George Galloway. I thank Kenneth O'Keefe. I thank everybody that boarded the Gaza flotilla. I thank every student who risked their future and careers to telling the truth. And I thank the last compassionate president of this beautiful nation, Jimmy Carter. There's no end to this list because it's humanity as a whole. And I can sit here and thank them all day. But thank you. I am truly in debt to you. And we're all in debt to the people of Gaza for lining up the hearts of humanity and making us whole again. And a big fuck you for censorship. And a very heartfelt fuck you to the Arabs. You cowards. Call me every name that you can call me. It doesn't even matter anymore. The world no longer loves you or hates you. You're nothing but a tool. You're nothing but a tool for the devil worshippers. What are you doing? Do you know that they are trying to recreate or re-enhance Islamophobia in America? like it's not bad enough already. Again and again. And you're silent. Do you not see, or is it your comfort? If you love America and you love its beliefs and structure, how about you get involved in its liberties? By the way, shout out to Sunny Phase and Unk. I was watching a video today of them. It's an amazing podcast. You should watch it. Your actions will make our prophet proud. And if you don't know who they are, or you can't understand English, there's a caption that you could turn on. You can read it in Arabic. Go look them up. The Sunny Phase and Unk podcast. And I'll go on Twitter and see just the dumbest comments of defending Islam. You approach it in a very nationalistic way. It's a perfect religion. So stop hiding behind burn accounts, intoxifying and making things worse. You're not defending Islam. You're approaching it with your broken nationalism. I'd rather you just stay silent. That's what you do best. Do it right or don't do it at all. And not even that it's that comfort have really reached the point. America will not tolerate people like you. America is the land of the brave. And if you're conveniently comfortable here and you can't fight for your faith and you can't fight for what's right or wrong or for the people of Gaza, at least fight for that comfort that you worship. At least fight for that little bit of money that you got saved up. I was thinking about making an episode for the Islamic Golden Age and to inspire the Arabs and show them what they used to be. And then I realized, why bring up history that they don't even bother to look into? Then I even felt more dumber. To think that Arabs have it in them after what they seen happen to their brethren in the Middle East, to Gaza, Sudan, Syria, the Uguar, everywhere. And please, boycotting Starbucks and McDonald's for a year doesn't count. You still fall back to your cravings. The previous elections for the last presidency in Michigan were a complete embarrassment. And I don't really lean into any party or any of those political structure systems. They're all sellouts to big money. I remember in Michigan they were picking from worst to the least worst. No, you don't vote at all. I don't believe in parties, nor do I believe in the picking the least worst. Hey, politician Arabs of Michigan, guess what? The Republicans stepped over you and probably don't even remember your names. And by the way, if the Democrats would win again, you're pretty much fucked. No identity, yeah. You have no identity or a voice. Went up on that podium smiling, excited. Solution isn't there. You're as fucking full of shit as they are. So let me tell you this. Shame on you. So to that toxic culture, shame on you. Shame on you for only being brave against each other. Shame on you for negotiating the poorest life and worshiping the powerful. Shame on you for making gossip your sport. Shame on you for killing optimism, because optimism exposed your laziness. And shame on you for turning funerals into money conversations and business ideas. And shame on you for picking comfort in silence. You chase that thing to any nation or any planet. I know. It's important to you. And shame on you for hiding behind "don't mix Gaza with business." This advice I heard over and over and over by a lot of Arabs. I promise this will be the last video that I would criticize you, because the internet is forever. If you watch this video to the end and you're judging me with your brighter scopes, your pride lenses, this video would create 3 type of people that I'm sorry I can't reach you. You've played this game before, you know. Silent for comfort. Can't hear for comfort. Won't see for comfort. I don't know what the algorithm would do with this, but I'm not worried. I pray that God's algorithm puts this video your way every time you're feeling yourself and you think you did well in life. You Arabian knight in shining armor.